Well, I want to get a picture of what's on this wall here, but the problem is that I can't get back far enough. I want to get like everything. So then I'd have to take like three different pictures, and then I'd have to edit those pictures on my computer and put them together, and that doesn't always work very well because not all software is really built that way. And well, thankfully now, at least if I'm taking pictures with my iPhone, I can use an app that is free called Panoramic. It's been out for a while, but today they issued a bug fix, so now I'm able to share it with you, at least knowing that you could download it and not run into too many issues. The idea behind Panoramic is once you launch it, you can position your camera, either take a picture live from the app or get it from your library. We'll take that picture there. Then it'll place that particular image on the grid after I use the photo. And then I press the plus button to add another image from either the library or the camera. And at this point, I'd pivot the camera slightly, snap a shot, use that photo. Of course, if I don't want to, I don't have to, I can take it again. And then I drag that new image around even though the other image is still there. So I can align it perfectly before I move along. And by doing that, I can pretty much create panoramas in any different direction, because it's essentially you're sitting inside a sphere of sorts looking out. So you've placed an image there, then you've placed this image here, so then I can move the camera up and I can place an image there, and I can place it there, and then when I'm done I can zoom in or zoom out and create just one image from a compilation of all those images. It's kind of nice. And then that image that I save out, I can either choose a portrait or a landscape snapshot, and I can, as I said, zoom in and out so I can get a more full perspective or I guess a lesser perspective. It's not perfect by any stretch. You pretty much have to do everything in one session if you take the pictures directly from the application itself, Panoramic. It's so you kind of start from scratch every time you launch the app. I wish there were different ways of zooming so that I would much rather flatten the image as it stands, at least that I can see. When you export the image, it will, if you zoom out, it will bend it so you're getting further and further away. I almost wishing there was a way to flatten wishing. That's my wish, is that I could essentially take like a 360-degree view of something, or even longer. I mean, you can't really go longer than 360. Take a lot of shots and then flatten them out. And right now, the app doesn't do that. But it is free, and it's available right now, and it does work really, really well. Usability is very good for this type of app. And I know I've seen a few of them in the App Store, but there's no reason to spend money if someone's done a pretty good job, or a job well enough. In fact, I think there is one app that only does 3 snapshots. This will do infinite, or so it seems, as long as it's available on your iPhone. You've got enough space for it. I know that some some digital cameras have like a way to take panoramic shots, and then they have like some type of photo stitching software on the desktop. I think it's kind of nice to be able to do it all on the device. It's just easy, especially since you've got the touch interface to drag those subsequent photos around on that particular grid. So anyway, I'd be interested in the panoramic snapshots that you take. Hopefully you'll do a better job than I did. I did one 360 degree of my office, but it wasn't perfect. Lighting, even in here, was a little off. There almost needs to be a way to lock the exposure in Panoramic, because you can't do that. And then if I spin to this direction, then there's more white, so then the camera changes white balance and everything, and it's kind of crazy. So hopefully they will continue to work on it. I'm not going to complain too loudly, because I can now make panoramic images on the iPhone with Panoramic. My email address is chris@perillo.com. Maybe you have some tips and hints to pass along in relation to either the iPhone software, digital photography, panoramic images. Doesn't really matter. I take everything you have to send me. And you're also welcome to stop by our community of geeks at geeks.perillo.com, where people are uploading photos all the time, like just constantly. There's just a stream. 8,000 geeks, I think we're almost up to now. 8,000 of you out there. That's awesome to see. There are not 8,000 people that are in the chat room right now. I don't think we can handle that many. There are hundreds in the chat and hundreds of people watching the live video feed, because they're sewn together in this experience of sorts. You're almost Lucky that I don't have a panoramic view here. It's not a wide-angle lens on this particular camera. I'm probably better off not having a wide-angle anything, because it always, the camera always adds about 10 to 20 to 40 pounds, or so they say. So anyway, if you want to join us in the chat room, we're typically talking tech 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.perillo.com. We'll see you later.